All right, guys, welcome back to the Golf Pit, the place where everybody gets better. Today, we're staying focused on the green. We are going to our putter, where 40% of our score can come from, and we're really gonna focus on, to be honest, I think one of the most important things of the setup, your grip, okay? Now, what we really like to see, the putter that has the least amount of manipulation or hand movement in it or face movement in it is gonna be the putter that the shaft and the grip are a direct extension of your forearms, okay? This is not a full swing grip. I get a lot of new golfers that come in and they putt and all of a sudden they've got an interlock, all of a sudden they're setting up and I can see the butt of the club here and they've got their left heel pad a little bit more on top. No, okay? Those are grips that are created to make angle and to help the golf ball get up in the air. We are now doing something where we want that golf ball staying down on the ground. So here's what I like to see. I like to have the player hold the putter right out. And I like to understand that most of the time it's just the top two thumbs that are on top of the grip, all right? Notice how you can see this little Odyssey logo here, all right? I don't ever want to get my left heel pad on top of that Odyssey logo because now I create a lever. Now the putter head is going to want to hinge up and out a little bit as I go. This is going to change my contact, all right? So again, when I have the putter a direct extension, when I then tilt down to the golf ball and now I see the grip disappear in my hands and forearms, I can pretend there's an imaginary line going right through the grip, right into the belly button. So big key, we want to stay out of the fingers. We want to stay more in the palm. If you guys are really having trouble with this, a nice drill that I like to do is called the prayer drill. Put your hands on the side of the putter, right? And just hit some putts. And again, when you do that, look at how stable the putter face stays. This is consistency through the putting stroke, right? Those hands start to get here and all of a sudden things start to get off and change direction, all right? That means your golf ball is trying to bounce around and find different ways to the hole. So a great drill to work on a better grip and a more non-levered grip, just get in here and hit some putts with just the prayer. Right? You're just trying to put equal pressure softly on the outside of the putter grip and just trying to move back and forth with your shoulders, okay? The nice thing about this, when you have pressure being applied on the side of the putter grip, guys, the putter face stays straight. When you start applying pressure on the top and on the bottom, the putter face can change. So this, again, is a wonderful drill to help you quiet the hands, which is really what every putter wants to do who doesn't get to hit 1,000 putts a day.
Here we are at the beautiful Grand Del Mar Golf Club in San Diego, California. 8 hours per day, 16 total hours, 4 hours in the morning, non-stop golf, a little lunch break. We go out to the golf course, play 9 holes with them. Here I am working alongside one of the best coaches in the country, my business partner and best friend, Mike Pitt. Great golf instruction, a lot of fun, a full day clinic. Southern California weather, let's go, you guys. You guys can expect the world from us. There is nobody that comes to our clinics and nobody that ever leaves my lesson tee that does not get bad. I take it personal. And here's the thing, if that's the case at 5 o'clock today, we'll be out here till 8 p.m.
A lot of people ask me about grip pressure. They say it's different for everybody. I'll tell you what, through all my years, less is more. What I like to do is I like to be sure the grip pressure is at a point where the player can feel the weight of the head. Throughout my years of teaching and being on tour and working with great players, to me, that's normally about a 3, a 4, maybe a 5 at the most, okay? When players get their grip too tight, they can only feel the grip. They can only feel the shaft. What I want to have in my putting grip is a soft grip. You'll see players lift the putter head up and down, and now the weight of the putter head can swing, okay? If your hands are tight, you have to create the swing. I want gravity doing all the work. So if we can get a non-levered grip where the club face is going to be promoted to stay still, if we can get a softer grip that's not wet and noodly, I see this one all the time, right? I tell people to get their grip softer and all of a sudden angles start changing. That's not what we want. I think the best feeling you could ever have for putting is getting set up here with a little more angle in your right wrist, a little flatter in your lead wrist, and watching yourself just rock those angles back and forth with your shoulders, okay? Notice how nothing has changed. Now, when I say soft grip, eventually I get people that are doing this, and the putter head is moving all around and lagging and getting tossed. It's okay especially on a longer putt, for the putter head to get behind the hands, and it actually should, but it should never be tossed past the hands on the way through. The putter is just gonna fall down to the golf ball. Watch that again. The putter is just gonna fall down to the golf ball, and there's that frozen face that we always start to see and talk about. Boom. That ball is leaving perpendicular to my face, right on my line, okay? Non-levered grip pressure that's going to allow you to feel the weight of the club head, but not lose control of it, all right? We do that from a great setup with good rhythm, and we're on our way to making more putts. All right, guys, so grip-wise, right, we talked about the whole goal, which is to get the non-levered grip. Now, there's many ways to do it, right? You can do the traditional grip, the reverse double overlap, probably the most traditional grip you see on the PGA Tour these days, and there's a lot of them. And that's just where you would take your top hand and you would drop it over the last two fingers. And you would make sure that your hands are really all on that putter grip, okay? There's no empty space, there's no softness, no wiggle room like that. Everything is in there, nice and tight, like a little baby bird that we wouldn't let go, okay? Now, left hand low, check it out, accomplishes the same thing. Beautiful, look at that. Butt of the club going right up into my belt buckle. Grip disappearing into my right hand, boom. Left hand low being incorrect, would you see a little bit more like this, right? Your hands would get more on top, that would be in the fingers, and now all of a sudden we're promoting a more opening and closing club face and stroke, all right? So left hand low, I think left hand low inside 10 feet is probably a advantage of a grip. The one thing that I've seen is that when you get left hand low and you get longer putts, sometimes it can be hard to let the putter create the energy in the backswing required for it to do the work, okay? I see a lot of people get up here left hand low and they're hitting 40 footers and they're going like this, and there's no angle created in there, right? There needs to be, for those longer putts, for us to just let the putter fall, there needs to be a little bit of angle in that backswing, a little bit of almost lag. So if you are a left-hand low putter, just be aware that you have a great advantage. I think on inside 10 feet, your club face is gonna stay stable, your rhythm should stay good, but when you get outside 10 feet, you gotta let that putter almost hinge, outside 20 feet, you've gotta let that putter almost hinge a little bit on the way back to create the energy so you don't have to hit it. Xander and John, you literally see their lead hand heel pad that we've talked about as normally applying pressure to our grip. You literally see it on the side and underneath the putter. And the reason they're doing that is because, again, they're taking out any ability for their wrists to have a reason to be activated and to try to save the shot. So at the end of the day, guys, let's make sure we get that non-levered grip, no matter how you're putting your hands on there. That just means the butt of the club is going right into your belly button and the grip is disappearing into your forearms. Let's make sure we have a grip tension that promotes good rhythm. A grip tension that promotes good rhythm is one where you can feel the weight of the club head swing and your hands and the club stay together the whole time. Here's one that's too tight. You can see how the rhythm changed. Here's one that's too soft and too loose. You can see how it's a little wobbly there, okay? So we wanna get that good grip, non-levered. We wanna make sure we get in here. We feel our shoulders rock back and through. And then again, like I said, one of my favorite visuals for putting, I just feel like I'm putting like this, like I'm taking this right wrist crease and moving it, boom, right down the line. I'm never allowing that putter to do anything with my wrists on the way through. That's gonna change the way that the putter's hitting the ball. It's gonna be low on the face, it's gonna be closing, it's gonna be hitting up on it. Way too many things can change from there, all right? All right, guys, if you like these tips, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share it with your friends. Tell me how it goes out on the greens. We'll see you next time.